All right, everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited because today Capture version 2 comes out, and that little tone you heard at the start, all of the presets you're going to hear today are going to be available on my Cortex Cloud. For those who've listened to my music in the past, know that I have been reaching towards that sort of, well, kind of, as you could hear, super ambient, loads of reverb and delay. It's all over my album. Whenever there's like a quiet moment, like 11 years or like the middle of Within Walking Distance, this kind of tone was all over it. And I was using an old capture from David Maximicic. Shout out David, love you buddy. But it was quite restrictive because the cab was baked into the capture. So I had to do some wizardry to make it sit right with my other guitars on the album. We got there in the end. I think it sounds great, but these new Dumble captures are obviously without a cab and they are so expressive, and I just really gravitate towards that kind of thing. So today we're going to write something using these new captures, using all the new features. There's now compressors and everything, so we'll try some stuff out. There's a monosynth as well, and it's worth saying, if you've got a nano, as I do as well, I use my nano when I go on clinic tours. I've used it this year a whole bunch. Took it to Dubai with me, took it to France and Belgium when I was playing clinics with Stramberg, and I mean, it was just killer. So I took my laptop and I've been running MIDI through it, and I'm super stoked to have access to these V2 captures as well. I'm gonna focus on these Dumble sounds, and if you've not seen this kind of video before by me, I'm gonna write some music with this. Hope that was obvious. I have an idea that kind of is it, this little ambient piece. We're gonna try and build something in the style of David once again. I've always loved his style, really admire what he does. And I think using one capture to build every single tone that I'm gonna use today is a really nifty challenge. So let's get into the idea. Let's get using the quad, and let's get tracking some stuff, and let's get going. All right, let's do this. All right, so before we dive into this idea, as you can see, I've got some scratch guitars tracks that I did last night. Sometimes this happens where I'll have an idea where I literally will just kind of flesh it all out and see what happens. This is a perfect case of that. The guitars are not tracked properly, but that's not the point. But I was using this preset that I've made, and I'm on the new version of the Cortex Control as well. So we've got access to way more fuzzes now, which is what I love. I love using fuzzes on some of my mid-gain lead tones. Songs like Oscillate, where the first verse, that tone is octave into a fuzz. And that's kind of what I'm really vibing with. Same with Pirouette's first verse, it's kind of the same tone. So we're gonna try a little bit of that today. Oh yeah, I'm in drop G, by the way. For those who, if it's out already, I did a drop G demo song for Bare Knuckle with the polypaths. So these are the polypaths in drop G. So it sounds like this. So really low gain, quite mid-rangey. If you split it down. Yeah, so that's kind of like the bass sound, and then I literally just threw this reverb on it. And that is just classic Mindhall. There is a new spring reverb. That sounds like... Yeah, super cool. I decided for this kind of ambient tone, I wanted more of that more digitally sounding reverb. I mean, that just sounds so good. I could just sit here all day. That's the problem though, we need to get going. But yes, that's the main sound. We've got an octave fuzz lead. Then we've got a split rhythm sound. Let's go to this. Apologies for the excess noise. I have not put anything in the springs today, but we'll be fine. We've got a main lead sound as well. A little bit of extra stuff going on, and then we have this weird Atmos I'm going to try and use as well. Sounds like this. Yeah, almost the less you play with that one, the better it sounds. So let's just take a listen to what I've got, and I'll kind of talk you through what I'm thinking. And we're gonna build out drums, bass, maybe orchestra, maybe synth with the mono synth. Let's give it a go. And obviously final guitars as well. So let's see what happens. So this is kind of like what I would do if I had a backbone of an idea, and now I need to kind of finish it, as it were. So it starts with this ambient intro. And I'm thinking like, yeah, build here, like swelling chord, bigger, 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 and then huge, massive chord. Yeah, and then a little run. First verse, a bit of a groovy thing. Again, these are not great guitar takes, but the idea's there. And then back to the first idea, which is going to be the chorus. Ignore this. This is literally still the first guitar, like the copy-pasted take. Anyways, yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, there you go. David Maxim vibes, big time. Oh my God, here, this is where the build starts. I think I'm gonna do some, maybe, I'm gonna build up a 4-note chord, just 2 octaves of the same 2 notes stacked, and then I'm gonna pan from low to high, from left to right. That sounds sick. Kind of sounds like a choir. That's sick. Yeah, I really like that. Let me just throw in the drums real quick. Okay, right, bass. This week, because I'm in drop G, my Bowden bass, I love it to bits, my favorite bass. It's tuned to drop D for something else, so it's not going to be dropping G anytime soon. I'm going to use Nolly bass. Let's go. So let me track this next part here. I tell you what, let's do the drums first so that I know I'm going to be like as close as I can be. I'm gonna track this bar by bar, I don't care. I just wanna make sure I do this same thing every time, because knowing me, I'll throw a little bit of like, and then I won't do it on the other side and it'll just be a mess. So if I just do it like this, I can at least keep on track of what I'm doing. Does anyone else struggle with that? Maybe it's just me. Sick. Right, let's do bass. All right, just had some lunch. Time to get back to it. Okay, I might just do like a bit on a, might add a bit of orchestra, you know, you gotta get the David vibe with the orchestra, I think. It's time. Oh, no. Let's just not play that in. Let's just, now I know where I'm at. Coffee break. All right, let's add some woodwinds. Yes. I could probably do some chords here to build. Hang on. Guitar back down. Wait. Oh my God, the piano's back out. Oh no. Okay, what's the chord? Okay, right. Let me do that with one hand. No. Okay. Get the bassoons out. Okay, hang on. Whole leg, no time. Right, time for the organ. The cool thing with doing program bass is that you can literally just grab this guy. Just put him here. Okay, cool. Right, so let's have a look. I think I probably just need that. Okay, sick. To the other side. So. Yeah, I just needed that. Yeah, sick, that's feeling really good. I think I just want to build out this reverse thing a bit with some, oh, well, hey, let's make a new preset. Let's go back to this guy. Pliny pre-delay. Give me this one. Yeah, that's it. right, let's go. Big melody time. "83 takes, mate." Okay, let's do the unplug. Let's do the unplug. Last thing we're going to do is add a little bit of orchestra to this chorus. And I'm just going to grab the Celeste. Okay, so with those, sounds like this. All right, everyone, just so you're aware of how long this has taken me today, it is now 4 p.m. I started at 9 a.m. But I think this style of, you know, the music for the sake of music vibe that, you know, David has got going on, that takes a lot longer than just here's 5 riffs put together. You have to be a lot more delicate with what you're doing. Anyways, off camera for about an hour, I've just been like mixing real small tweaks and just checking the master and everything. So just doing the good old chain of like a little bit of EQ, God particle into Gullfoss master, and then into flatline 2. And it's going through my instrument bus, which is really simple as well, just like a G bus and a bit of EQ and Pultec Magic. Let's give this thing a spin. I am really excited to listen to it. Okay, let's go. Love that one. This is just so, I guess it's kind of me style as well, but definitely David style. I miss playing around with the orchestra. This is the first time I've added a little bit of orchestra in a while. Capture 2 and a bunch of other stuff is out now, so go and download it if you've got a QC. It's an insanely good update. As you can see, I could easily make this song 3 minute, 5 minute, whatever. The key pieces are in place, the chorus is cool. And I've literally used one capture for every single guitar tone. If you want this preset, head over to my Cortex Cloud and get it downloaded, mate. But yeah, once again, thank you Neural for sponsoring this video. Massively appreciate your support as always. All right, until next time, I'll see you soon, guys. In a bit.